Hello, it's Veronica and Naomi. And our drama we love to do a very special comparison review inspired by Laurehearts review of the Harry Potter dolls made by Spinmaster. So Laurehearts, thank you for inspiring this doll review, and we will link your review in the description if anyone wants to see it. So here we have the Hermione doll made by Spinmaster that we picked up from DD's discounts a while back. We got this doll for $3.99, which we feel like is an absolute steal for her. And this is one of the budget dolls from the line. She's not one of the fully articulated ones, but we thought she was cute, so we picked her up. And then this is our Mattel one that we have had for a few years, I think since 2019. Yeah. I'm sure you can already see the height difference between these two. To talk about our doll mommy's history and experience with Harry Potter as a brand. So my first exposure to Harry Potter was reading the books. So back in middle school, there was this system called AR. So yeah, if your school has an accelerated reading system or whatever it's called, like you need to read a lot of books to get a lot of points for it. Anyways, with the AR system in schools, if it's still implemented, that is, this book series is a great source of AR points. I'm not joking. It is. And then this was another book that has more Harry Potter lore that I picked up from Half Price Books. Basically, in the universe of Harry Potter, this is meant to be like a book of like fairy tales, pretty much. Like that like exists in the wizarding world. They also have the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook. And then something that I've had like since childhood is the first of the two Lego Harry Potter video games for the Wii. So this is like Harry Potter years 1 through 4. And yes, I did beat most of it. So yeah. And me and a friend of mine also beat this game on the Switch. So it's definitely a very special game. Very sentimental in its own way. Yeah. And of course, I have seen the movies before. And the movies, I feel like, are not a terrible adaptation of the books. But I feel like the books are definitely the best when it comes to Harry Potter media. And it's going to take a lot to change my mind from that. Although I still have yet to read the Fantastic Beasts books or see the movies for those. I have not read A Cursed Child. And as someone who has more experience with like the books, I have heard very mixed opinions on Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. So if anyone has read that, please let me know if it's good or not, if it's worth reading, because I would really appreciate the feedback on that. And also, I do want to watch the Fantastic Beasts movies at some point, just because, well, I want to catch up with them. And this review will contain mild spoilers, by the way. Yeah. As for what house I'm in, according to the Pottermore quiz, I am indeed a Ravenclaw. And then, just for fun, I let NNV take the quiz, and they got Slytherin. So, I mean, canonically, they're evil twins in my show, so why would I be surprised? And they are very ambitious. So yeah, I can definitely tell that they would be Slytherin if they existed in Harry Potter universe because of how ambitious and self-confident they are. And remember, not all Slytherins are evil. The house just has a bad history because it's associated with Voldemort, who is like the main villain of the Harry Potter books and the movies. But yeah. If you want to learn more about like Voldemort, like you start learning more lore about him starting in the second book. Like at first he's just kind of mysterious, but then you learn more about him, and Harry Potter has to fight him and stuff, and it's just, yeah, Voldemort is really mean. He's not very nice. He's so terrifying in these books that like if you say his name 3 times, it summons him, or is that Beetlejuice? But yeah, but like seriously, if you're in Harry Potter universe, don't say Voldemort's name, because it will summon him. As for the character we're covering today, this is Hermione Granger. She's one of Harry Potter's closest friends. She's a fellow Gryffindor with him, pretty much. So yeah, so just like Harry Potter and Ron Weasley, she's in Gryffindor house. As for the symbols behind her, this is mild spoilers for the 3rd book, but that symbol behind her is a time turner. That is a device that can turn back time. And the reason she gets the time turner is because so that she could take twice as many classes as the normal student, because the teachers feel like she can handle it in the 3rd book. So yeah, that's how she gets her time turner device. And it's also used on quests to help the main group, obviously. And then another symbol behind her, along with some stars, is like it's like something that like looks to be a little spell book, which makes sense because she's really into reading. She's really book smart. And then there's love potion behind her. But personality-wise, Hermione is a very book-smart character. Sometimes she could be misinterpreted as a know-it-all, but she does have a good heart, and she does stick up for what's right. And if anyone wants spoilers for who she ends up dating in the books, she ends up dating Ron Weasley. Although I personally always felt like it would have been better if she had dated Harry Potter instead, but yeah. We're not gonna get into that. Or the shipping war in the fandom with that. because this is a doll review. So anyways, I'm sure we have seen the front of her box plant for a bit now. Then it shows her art, which is very anime inspired. It shows the like symbol for the Wizarding World brand. It's Harry Potter on it. Then it says it's made by Spinmaster. And there's a little crack inside of her box, so we're gonna need to. So yeah, we're gonna unbox her. And then there's the back of the box. It says that she's posable. It says her name, which is Hermione Granger. And then there's the barcode, in case anyone is curious about it. And also, Hermione in the Harry Potter films is played by Emma Watson. So that is very relevant information for this review. And without further ado, let's finally unbox this doll. So she's out of the box, and we're gonna like talk about her. So there she is next to the Mattel Hermione doll. Both their outfits are very similar, but different. And something that we might want to point out about the Mattel one, why this is one of our favorites, that, well, her cloak is removable. So there is her with her cloak. It has a little Gryffindor crest on it. It's a pretty decent robe, even though the material is a little stiff. They're both holding their wands, even though her wand is a slightly darker brown than hers. And we have Valentina here because the Spinmaster ones are made by the same company that makes the dolls for Unicorn Academy. So we wanted to do like a comparison of the hair for these two because, yeah. The hair is decently soft. Just a little bit, but it's definitely a little like rougher at the ends than like Valentina's hair. I really do feel like a bigger budget went into Valentina's hair than the hair on these budget dolls, but yeah. So enough with like Valentina being here. Let's continue this review. Yeah, so here are their outfits without her wearing her robe. Something I love about this doll is that her outfit does have more layers to it. Like, it has more pieces to it, and it's very nicely made for what it is. So while the sweater and undershirt combination isn't the most high budget, she at least has the like little like collar there. And there's her little school shirt. Then underneath this, as a separate piece, is her skirt. And why do I want to clarify this, that these are separate pieces? Because for this one, it's just like a simple dress. Like, it's all one piece. So the Mattel one easily wins with the outfits right away. Not to mention, this one has painted on socks. And she has little Mary Janes that are rubber banded on. Well, this one does have more of a slight incline to her foot. And she has fabric stockings and like, yeah, there's no way Spinmaster was winning this outfit war. There's no way. And as for accuracy, I feel like the Mattel one just wins there as well. But we do understand that these were at a lower like price point than the Mattel ones were. I know I got her for like $19.99 or so whenever she was on store shelves. But yeah, a lot more budget went into these ones. As for the hair, traditionally in the Harry Potter books, Hermione's hair is always at least a little bit messy. This is something that's canon to her character, to her lore. And this is something that we feel like neither doll really perfectly depicts. So this one does have some pretty nice curls. And we feel like her hair does look really nice. I'm sure if we washed it, it would probably look even nicer. And now for the Mattel one, they actually crimped her hair to try to give it more of the like texture like it had in the books and in the movies, and her face more specifically is meant to depict Emma Watson. Like it's a slightly cartoony version of her face because that's what a lot of the Mattel like faces are like when it comes to like any dolls depicting a real person. But yeah, her face is meant to look like Emma Watson, and we feel like her face does look pretty decent. And now this one, her face is much more anime inspired. It's much more cutesy. And this doll has the basic 5 points of articulation. She can move her arms. She can move her legs. And her head can like rotate around, but she can't do much else in terms of articulation. While the Mattel one is very nicely articulated, her articulation is very similar to the Wicked dolls, to where she has like the 90-degree elbow articulation. She has wrist articulation. She has a hand that is specifically molded to hold her wand. And she also has like knee articulation, as you can tell from there. And her knee articulation is very similar to like one of the Wicked dolls, or like a Monster High doll or doll of that type. But yeah, she has very, very nice articulation. Although I admit, I feel like this one's really cute. I feel like her smaller size would let her look really good on a bookshelf being on display there. And these dolls are a little smaller because in the Harry Potter books, they are kids, and then it shows, shows their like years at Hogwarts and them growing up pretty much. So yeah. So we hope that, like, everyone enjoyed the review. And while we feel like the Mattel one will always be superior, was always, like, kind of our favorite anyways with this. The Spinmaster one is really, really cute. And she can make a great little display piece. Or, like, if you're a fan of the books, she's definitely worth picking up. So goodbye, mysterious audience. I love you. Naomi loves you. And our doll mommy really appreciates you watching this review. And thank you, Laurehearts, for inspiring us to finally unbox this doll and review this.